Okay, so showed you how you can predict the chemical formula from the ions that are interacting. Now we're going to talk about how we name these ionic compounds. Okay, so if I give you the formula, then you can tell me the name. That's what this little practice is about. Okay, so how you do this is from the formula, you look and write the name of that first element. The first element's always going to be the metal. It's going to be the positively charged ion, going to be the cation. Okay, so you just write that name like it normally is. And the second element, um, you just write the name with an IDE ending. So the second element is going to be the negatively charged element, the anion. You just add an IDE on there. Okay. So let's look at an example here. So we got calcium, one sulfur. So again, so step number one here, you write the name of the first element, and then the second one with an IDE ending. Okay. So calcium sulfide. So it's calcium and sulfur, so it's just calcium sulfide. And that tells you it's an ionic compound. That IDE lets you know that. So it's just that simple. Now, for some of the elements, the name gets shortened a little bit if it's the second one. And that's just something you got to get used to. You'll see it more and more and get used to it. Okay. So let's do a little practice here. All right. So go ahead and try these, you guys. Try them, and then I will run through them real quick on this same video. It'll be the same video, but hit pause. Try these out. Again, it's just the name of the first element, then the second element's name with an IDE on the end. Okay. Okay. So I'll run through these somewhat quickly because this is pretty straightforward, right? Be is beryllium, N is nitrogen, so beryllium nitride. So this is one of the ones that gets a little shortened. So it's not nitrogenide, it's nitride. Okay, here's sodium and oxygen. So sodium oxide, potassium and phosphorus. So potassium phosphide. Again, another one that gets shortened. It's not phosphoride, it's phosphide. And this oxygen is an oxygenide, it's oxide. And for the chemical symbols that are a little funky, like K for potassium, that's something you just got to know, or you can look it up on the periodic table. So aluminum nitrogen, aluminum nitride, and the last one, magnesium chloride. Now you notice in these names, it doesn't tell us how many of each element there are. And that's because when people decided how to name these things, they realized that there's only one way these can combine to make a neutral compound, right? Beryllium is going to have a certain charge, nitrogen is going to have a certain charge. They're always going to pair up, or not pair up, they're always going to combine as compounds with 3 beryllium and 2 nitrogen. So you don't need to put the numbers in there. You just say beryllium nitride, and any chemist is going to know that it's going to be 3 beryllium to every 2 nitrogen.